Your Asian Times, 6th of March 2023, Japan is thinking about dumping fighter jets to stop invading warplanes. Instead, they will test UAVs that can hunt the hunter. China and Japan are in a war of attrition, which means that Japanese planes must keep making missions against Chinese Air Force warplanes. The Self-Defense Forces of Japan are considering using drones instead of human jets to stop Chinese planes that are getting closer to and sometimes entering Japan's airspace and territorial waters. This is because there are more cases of Chinese planes coming close to and sometimes entering Japan's airspace and territorial waters. A report from Nikkei Asia says that by the end of this year, the SDF will try drones for the first time by sending them after warships to see how well they work. The move is being taken because more and more foreign planes are flying close to or in Japan's airspace. China and Russia have recently launched their joint air campaign in the area. Also, there are more and more claims that Chinese military drones are flying near Japanese airspace. The Japanese Air Self-Defense Force said that during the fiscal year 2021, there were 1,004 warning scrambles. This was the second highest number ever reported in a year, showing that tensions in the area are worsening. As the Chinese military does more things close to Japanese airspace, these operations happen more often and cost more. Also, it adds to the stress on the SDF troops. So, Japan thinks using unmanned aerial vehicles would be a game changer that would lower the risks for SDF members. Around the world, drones are being used more and more in military activities. Chinese drones are flying closer and closer to Japan. This is likely to get ready for a possible attack on Taiwan. Since August 2021, Chinese drones have caused the Air Self-Defense Force to send out jets 12 times. The Defense Ministry of Japan said that the ASDF sends jets into the air when a study of flight paths shows that there is a chance of airspace being broken. A top Japanese official told the Japan News that PLA-controlled drones had been seen over the East China Sea almost every day in the last few years. The first time the ASDF stopped a Chinese drone was in September 2013. This happened again in May 2017 and April 2018. But in 2019 or 2020, there was no mention of anything like this. Beijing stepped up military drills in the summer of 2021 in case of a problem with Taiwan. A Chinese TB001 battle drone was seen over the Miyako Strait to the Pacific Ocean in August 2021, July 2022, and August 2022. In January of this year, it was said that a WZ-7 surveillance drone, which can stay in the air for a long time at high altitudes, flew for the first time across the Pacific Ocean. Japan is bothered by Chinese drone activities. The Chinese military's anti-access, area denial, A2/AD, strategy seems to cover these drone missions. It was made for situations like the one with Taiwan. China may have done tests based on the idea that the TB001 fires missiles at American boats and other military targets while the WZ-7 drone follows them. After what was considered a Chinese spy balloon was seen flying over the United States, Japan started talking about how to deal with robotic aircraft that flew into their territory. Shigeki Muto, a retired lieutenant general who was once in charge of the Air Defense Command, recently said that after Chinese warships sailed into Japanese waters, there is concern that Beijing may violate Japanese airspace regularly with drones to control the Senkaku Islands effectively. Since August 2022, Chinese military drones often fly into Taiwanese skies. Reports say sending drones is 40 times cheaper than sending planes with people on board. Remembering there is no reason to use manned planes to warn drones is essential. First, people must learn to use drones to find foreign military assets. The SDF is considering buying American-made MQ-9 Reaper or the Turkish-made Bayraktar TB2. If they work, the SDF will send fast-moving aircraft operations with drones. The goal is to send out drones to find the type and specifications of the invading aircraft. If an attack seemed likely, the SDF would respond by sending out planes with people on board. Drone use is vital to Japan's 3 national security papers, which will be updated at the end of 2022. Japan thinks using drones is integral to its plan to keep China away from the area.